Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the Hall Pass channel. My name's Rich Hall and I'd like to thank you for stopping by for a few moments and watching this video. Guys, I'm going to jump right into it. The title obviously gives it away in regards to what I'm going to talk about, and that is the purchase that I made just less than 30 minutes ago in the 6th generation iPad 32 gigabyte configuration. Now I got the iPad in space gray. And I did that for a couple of reasons. One, I did it because all of the reviews and everything that I looked up on YouTube talked about the screen and how you could see that there was a space, specifically with the silver and the new gold color iPads and with the white fronts, and just how it really stuck out. Now, look, I have two iPads. I have the second iPad, not the iPad Air 2, but the second iPad, iPad 2, which is virtually unusable at this stage. There's a handful of apps that still work on it, but it's literally so slow that my kids don't even pick it up anymore. And I have the 4th generation iPad, which, believe it or not, is actually still a pretty good iPad. It's fast enough for, you know, media consumption and social media and those kind of things. And there are still some games that, lots of games actually, that my kids use it for that, you know, works very well for what they're looking for. But ultimately, you know, as I'm trying to grow, you know, the channel and do some different things and whatnot, I knew that I had to move away from some of the equipment that I've been using to make some videos, and particularly to edit videos. And as I began to do my research, I thought, do I want to spend $650 to $700 on, you know, a 10.5 inch or 10.7, whatever it is, iPad Pro, for a handful of you know, additional features, for maybe a little bit better screen, those kinds of things? Or, you know, do I look at the 2018 6th generation iPad that, you know, by virtually every review that I've seen, can handle basically anything and everything that I would personally use it for. So as you can see, I obviously went out and made that purchase today. Now I also purchased the pencil, the Apple Pencil, to go with it. And I debated on doing this one or the Logitech Pencil. I actually reviewed both. Ultimately, I got this at a pretty good deal. I think I got maybe $10 or $12 off of this particular pencil because of the price match option that Best Buy has. I actually purchased this iPad brand new tonight for $285 flat. Now that is $35 more than what you could have gotten it for during Black Friday. But ultimately during Black Friday, I really wasn't even in the market for an iPad. I just began to start thinking about how I can, you know, make the consumption of my videos better for those of you that are kind enough to watch it. And so I began to do some research on how I can do that. And ultimately it led me to this. So technically I've already kind of looked at it and opened it up. I haven't set it up yet, but I do want to take a moment to just go through a quick unboxing, let you guys take a peek at it. I will do a follow-up video in a couple of weeks once I actually have an opportunity to use these products and get some real life experience with them. I'm also going to be putting a video out on a follow-up of the iPhone XS Max and my everyday use of that particular phone, and how it has held up over the last several weeks since I made that purchase and since I made my last video. So I hope you guys enjoy. We'll be right back, and we're going to open this bad boy up and let you take a quick peek. So we'll be right back. So here we are, guys. Going to take a quick peek at the iPad 6th generation and 32 gigs, along with the Apple Pencil that is the 1st generation Apple Pencil. As some of you may know, the 2nd generation Apple Pencil only works with the iPad Pro, I think, in the 12.5 or 12.7 inch configuration. Could only purchase the Apple Pencil 1st generation. Now again, as I mentioned earlier, I got such a fantastic deal on both of these products. The iPad was price matched at Best Buy. Amazon is actually running a pretty good deal. If you wanted a gold iPad and 32 gigs, I think it's maybe $270. I actually paid $285 for this iPad, which is, about $50 less than what you can buy it for retail. It's still a little bit more expensive than what you could have purchased it for, as I mentioned just a few moments ago, during the Black Friday sales and what have you. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into this real quickly. I don't want to be too redundant with unboxings and things of that nature, but as I mentioned, I've already taken the plastic off, so you guys don't get to hear that pretty sound with the actual iPad coming off. But this is it. Very reflective screen, as you can see. I have not set it up yet, but guys, my first initial thoughts on this, considering the two iPads that I have used over the last several years, is that it is very light and very thin. Now, I understand it's not the thinnest iPad out there. The bezels are still pretty big. But ultimately, I believe that this is going to allow me to do the things that I want to do on a daily basis without any hiccups. So I'm really excited about this iPad. And once I get it set up, and of course, as you've seen 1,000 times, paperwork that absolutely no one ever looks at, the charging brick or block, I should say, which after I put it back in the box will not come out. Your charging cables, pretty standard stuff, as you guys have probably seen countless times here on YouTube. The pencil, I'm actually pretty excited about this. I was messing around with it at Best Buy, and really because I was able to use it on a demo iPad, I got pretty excited, and it actually sold me. Again, I apologize for the lighting in here. It's a little bit dim, but ultimately what I've discovered is that this thing works flawlessly with the 6th generation iPad. So I just wanted to give you a quick peek at the actual iPad, the Apple Pencil, and let you guys, take a peek at it. I will leave you with this thought, that if you are in the market for an iPad, and depending on if you've ever had an iPad before, depending on obviously your budget, but ultimately if you were upgrading from, a 4th or iPad, even Air 2, for example, that this is going to, prove to be a little bit faster. Now the screen on the iPad 2, I understand, is going to be a little bit better due to the fact that it's a laminated screen and it's got some anti-reflective coating on it. I plan on making about a $6 purchase from Amazon for an anti-glare screen protector for this iPad, which should cut down on a lot of the issues that most people have with this particular product. But, the bottom line, guys, is that for $285, which is, roughly, $45 to $50 off retail price, at Amazon, you can go to your local Best Buy, you can look up that ad, and they'll honor it. I mean, they just did for me. So again, depending on what your budget is, if you're in the market for an iPad, I would highly consider this. I would encourage you guys to look at it, do your research, do your homework. Depending on what you need it for, will determine ultimately what you purchase, of course. But with the addition of the use of the Apple Pencil for this particular iPad, I felt like that it was a fantastic deal. So guys, I appreciate you stopping by and watching the video. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions or if there's anything I can answer for you. Hit the subscribe button, as I try my best to grow this channel, so any and all support is greatly appreciated. But I will be back very soon with another video. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to actually do a follow-up video on my iPhone XS Max. And then in a couple weeks, maybe a month down the road, I'm going to do a follow-up video, particularly with this iPad and the Apple Pencil, to give you just my thoughts on how they work every day, what I use them for, and see if that's going to help anyone from a consumer perspective. But again, I appreciate you stopping by. This is the Hall Pass channel, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you very much.